Hello, we're about to do some yoga. It's been a rocky start. Here we go. So we are going to have a really nice stretchy class today, which will be lovely. We're going to see if we can stay off of the wrists where possible, and we're going to aim for hips. That's what we're aiming for. So let's get started. We are going to start on a block. That's a good place to start. Have a block and a strap nearby if you have one. And let's get going. Sitting up nice and tall. Get rid of the fleshy bit of your bottom, find those sit bones and make sure they are connected to your block. We're going to sit up nice and tall, stack shoulders over hips. Allow the knees to drop out. If you find that this is a really uncomfortable position for you, pop some cushions underneath the knees to support, okay? From here, we're going to think about that cord from the crown of the head lifting you up. Just gently wrap those ribs in, just a little bit of support through the core, and then just roll the shoulders up towards the ears and then send those shoulders back and down, okay? Just going to do that a couple of times. Find some space through the shoulders, taking them all the way back. Good opportunity to just allow your day to pass. Let everything go that has come before this moment. Okay, let's take them shoulders in the opposite direction. So taking them back, rolling them over the top. Thinking about the best thing that's happened in your day. Focusing in on that right now. And then when you're ready, just pausing. Okay. So up to you whether you want to take a hand to chest and tummy, whether you just want to sit and just be. So we're going to take some equal breathing. If my breath pattern doesn't work with yours, then do your own. All right, so here we go. Let's take an inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Allowing the day to disappear. The only thing that matters right now is you on your mat. Find yourself an intention to focus on through class today, whatever that might be. Visualize it in your mind's eye. Hold it there. Okay. Happy to keep your eyes closed or keep them open, doesn't matter, up to you. We're going to take the right hand down, sweep the left arm up, reach high. Take an inhale, find that length through that left arm, gaze up towards the ceiling. Take another inhale, can you reach a little bit higher? Elbow of the right side comes in towards the body, sweep that left arm over. Take a moment here, start to gaze up towards the ceiling if it's comfortable for the neck. And then switch out, left hand's going to come down, right arm is going to reach high. Take an inhale, reach a little bit higher. Find that stretch through the shoulder space. Left elbow comes in towards the body. Take that right arm, sweep it all the way over. Take a moment here. Then maybe beginning to take the gaze up towards the ceiling. Nice deep breath here. Exhale, come a little lower. Okay, let's switch over. That right hand comes down, the left arm sweeps up and then over. And then work with a really nice rhythm here. It doesn't have to match your breath if that doesn't work for you. Just finding some movement through that left side body. Okay, from here, we're going to pause. We're going to take that right arm up towards the left. Hold here for a moment. Keep that left sit bone anchored down nice and strong. That right hand's going to come behind you. Sweep the hips high. Allow the left arm to come back. Find openness through the front body. Openness through the hip flexors. And then slowly reach the bottom back down. I'm going to take the left hand down and the right hand down. Moving those fingertips away from you, take a forward fold here, bring the belly away from you. So you want to fold over. Take the fingertips over to the center and then over to the left hand side. Keep that right sit bone anchored down. Let's come back to center and then walk those hands back in. Okay. From here, let's take the left hand down, sweep that right arm high, and then all the way over. Taking some time here just to move into that right side body. No rush, go as slow or as quick as you would like. And then opening through that right side, maybe gazing up towards the ceiling. Nice deep inhales, feel that side body opening up. Feel the ribs beginning to expand as the lungs fill. Pause, take the gaze forward, and then take the left arm up, work into the obliques ever so slightly. See if you can keep some space around the ears, draw those shoulders back. From here, that left hand is going to come behind you, and then we're going to open through the hips as we begin to lift the hips and bring that right arm behind you. Squeeze those glutes to support. And then sink the bottom back down. We're going to take the right hand down, take the left hand down, stretch forward, take a really nice bit of space through the spine. Keep that right sit bone anchored down onto the block. Walk the fingertips forward. Take a moment here. And then over to the right hand side. Push down through the fingertips to keep that left sit bone back where it should be. Okay, let's walk those fingers in. Let's swap out those legs. Take the opposite, or take the other one, all right? Allow that openness through the hips to kind of balance out. So keep the sit bones nice and secure to the block. Maybe the fleshy bit has found its way back in. Just make sure you're nice and secure. Let's take the hands to the back of the head. Start to open up through the shoulders. So starting to move those elbows to opposite corners of the room. Beginning to inhale, lift the chest, lift the chin. Take a breath. As we exhale, bring the gaze down, touch into chest, bring the elbows in towards the ears, begin to round down through the spine. And then on your inhale, come all the way back up. Nice and slowly open those elbows out, lift the gaze towards the ceiling. And then as we begin to round down, bring the elbows towards the ears, tuck the chin to chest, round down through the spine. And then come all the way back out. Okay, open those elbows out towards opposite walls. From here, let's drop the right elbow, lift through the left side, feeling the obliques working on the left side. Let's switch it out, come back to neutral, then drop that left elbow down, right elbow is going to lift. Come on, one more time. Bring yourself back to center, right elbow comes down, left elbow lifts. Back to center, left elbow drops and right elbow lifts. And then back to center. Nice. Okay. Release off those arms, roll through those shoulders. Just find whatever you need to do to feel comfortable. We're going to get rid of the block. And we are going to move into a tabletop position on the mat. So checking those wrist creases are parallel to the front of the mat. We've got our shoulders stacked over the wrists. We've got our hips over our knees. And from here, sink back into the heels for a moment. Start to push the hands down into the mat and find some space around the shoulders. Come back into your table. This time, take the gaze up towards the ceiling, drop the tummy, find yourself in a cow pose. Think about the sit bones heading up towards the ceiling. Round through the spine, take the movement from the pelvis. Begin to gaze down towards the knees, roll through that spine, really feel the skin stretch. And now sink back into a child's pose. Push the hands down into the mat, find that space through the shoulders. Okay, let's come back up. Take the gaze towards the ceiling, drop the tummy, find your cow pose. I think those sit bones are looking towards the ceiling. Round through the spine, find your cat pose. Really push the hands down into the mat. Take the gaze towards the knees, find the length in the spine or in the neck, and then shift all the way back into your child's pose. Okay, from here, just take the weight down into the forearms. We're going to take the knees as wide as the mat. We're going to take the feet behind the knees. So bring those legs to right angles. So we're going to find a frog. If this is really intense for you, do one leg at a time. You can just pause me, that's fine. So you can take that right leg away and then maybe the left. But if you're happy to do both at the same time, it would be nice if you had a bolster or something to pop under you to find some support. What we don't want to do is drop into the lower back. So we want to be pushing down through the forearms. Just holding here. If it feels particularly uncomfortable in a right angle, you can just move your body forward, take that pressure off. We don't want to feel pain in yoga. We just want to find our edge and then just work towards it. That's all we want to do. If it feels good for you, maybe just a slow rock backwards and forwards so that you're teasing into that hip space. Okay, when you're ready, let's bring those feet together. Push down through the forearms, engage the core, and then bring the knees together. We're going to come back into a child's pose, a narrow-legged child's pose. Let's reset the hips. So sink the bottom back onto the heels, find the forehead down to the mat. Take the hands behind you, palms up, and then feel the heaviness of the shoulders as they come over the top of the knees. Take some nice deep breaths here. Feel the breath, fill the lungs, feel the push against the thighs. Feel the heaviness of the body on the mat. Feel the push of the lungs against the ribs, through the back body with every inhale. And then with every exhale, feel the heaviness. A good time to revisit your intention from class. Remember it, focus on it, hold it there. From here, let's extend the arms, coming up into a table. Bring those knees back underneath the hips, shoulders over the top of the wrists. From here, we're going to take the right leg away, push through the heel, keep the hips on the right side level. Really finding that stretch through the back of the right leg. I want to draw the core in so that we're not kind of saggy, that's such a horrible word, but through the belly. I want to make sure that we are nice and secure so that we can take any dips out of that lower back. From here, we're going to take that right leg all the way to the right and then sweep it all the way behind you, okay? Nice and slowly, let's do that again. Take the foot to the right side and then all the way behind. Take a moment here. Last one, let's take that right foot all the way right. And then sweep it all the way behind you. Nice. All right, from here, let's take the foot behind the hip where it belongs. Let's lift through that right side and extend through the left arm. Left fingertips are going to reach forward and the heel is going to push back on the right side. Take a moment here to really lengthen the body. Can we take it wide just for a moment, just to remember what the core feels like? Left hand comes wide, right leg goes wide. Holding it here. And then back into center. From here, left hand is going to come down, right knee is going to come down. Good, okay, let's walk the fingertips forward, find a puppy pose. Take the bottom above the knee so it's not moving anywhere. We want to find some space through the shoulders. So if this feels particularly intense, you can bring a cushion or a bolster or a block to bring the floor up to you. If you're happy to spider up the fingertips to give yourself a little bit more space to allow the chest to come down towards the mat, then do that. Nice deep breaths here. Notice if you're gripping anywhere. If it's becoming really hard and challenging to hold the pose, then find an easier version of it. Okay, from here, let's walk the fingertips over to the right-hand side. Sink the chest nice and low. Take the left hand, place it on top of the right, drop the left shoulder down. Almost taking the gaze underneath that right shoulder. Find that really nice length through that left side body. Bottom stays over the top of the knees. Walking the fingertips back through center and then over towards the right side. Pausing here, lifting through those fingertips if it feels comfortable coming down. This time, left hand places down, right hand places on top. Drop through that right shoulder. Start to gaze slightly underneath that left armpit. Nice deep breaths, feel it into the right side body. Okay, walking those hands back through center. From here, let's take the hands flat again, coming back into your table. All right, let's go again on the other side. That left leg is going to extend. Keep the toes connected to the mat and push through the heel. We're going to keep those hips nice and level. We're going to draw the belly in to take the dip out of the lower back. Push the hands down into the mat. Find some space through the shoulders. Hanging out here for a moment, feel that length growing through the back of that left leg. Okay, now let's take a sweep. That left foot is going to come round and then all the way behind. Okay, now hold it there. Find that stretch through the left hip flexor. Coming all the way round, that left leg comes all the way through and all the way behind. Last one here, let's take that left leg all the way round and all the way behind. All right, from here, let's bring that left leg back where it should be. Lift through that left leg, squeeze the glute to keep it nice and secure, keep it lifting. Right arm alongside the right ear. Reach forward with the right fingertips, push back through the back heel. Nice strong back leg. Draw the belly in. Little challenge if you want one. Let's take it wide. Right leg comes wide, left leg comes wide. Keep the body down the center line. I'm going to chit chat to you so you forget how long you're holding it for. I've got loads of things to say, all very interesting. Let's come back to the center. Right hand comes down, left knee comes down. Okay, from here, we're going to walk the hands forward, come back into your puppy, sink the chest down. Okay, take a moment. And then walk the hands back in. We're going to take the right hand to the back of the head, okay? Look a little bit funky like this, like we're about to dance, all right? From here, we're going to open the chest towards the right side. Draw that right elbow to the left elbow. Let's come all the way open to the right side. Draw that right elbow to the left elbow. This time we're going to lift through the right arm. Bring that right arm towards the ceiling, chest to the right side. Gaze wherever feels comfortable. This time the right arm is going to slide underneath the left arm, laying on top of that right shoulder. This time walk the right fingertips away from you. And then if you've got a little bit more space and you're happy to, you can take the left leg, extend it away, push down through the toes and push the heel away. Find a stretch through the back of that left leg. This is very much a good one for bang for a buck. Look at all the stretching that's going on. Keep breathing here. Okay, let's slide the left arm back in. We're going to push down through that left hand, bring that left knee down too if it's lifted. Come back into your table. All right, let's go again. Left hand to the back of the head. We're going to open towards the left side. Left elbow towards right elbow. Draw the body across. Here we go, open out to the left side. Left elbow to right elbow. All right. This time lift through the left arm. Gazing up wherever feels good. We're going to hold it here for a moment. All right, left arm sweeps underneath the right. Come to rest on the top of the left shoulder. From here, right arm can extend. If you want to, right leg extends too. Push through the heel. Breathing here. Okay, bring the right knee down, push through the right hand, draw yourself back in. From here, let's tuck the toes. We're going to tuck the toes, we're going to sit back into the heels. If you've got a strapped hand, it's a great time to have it. It doesn't go very far. So sit back onto the heels and come and sit up nice and upright. Take hold of your strap. We want to feel the stretch on the underneath of the feet. We want to feel that stretch there. So take the strap in your hands. We're going to take the left elbow high and the right hand is going to take hold of the strap so that we can start to stretch through the back of the body. Left elbow points up towards the ceiling if that's comfortable for you. Option here, if you're super flexible, is to take hold of the fingers, but I kind of like using a strap. Let's switch it out. This time, the right elbow is going to lift and the left hand is going to grab the strap at the bottom just to give a gentle encouragement, not a pull, just a gentle encouragement. Notice what's happening through the belly. Are you secure through the core? Can you engage just a little bit just to make sure that you are supporting your body? All the while you're doing this, you're forgetting what's happening with your feet, and that's brilliant. One more breath here. Releasing the strap. Take the hands to the mat. Just tap out those toes. All right. And then from here, we're going to tuck the toes, sit down onto the heels, push the hands into the mat, and then take a step hop or a jump to the top of your mat. From here, take a lovely deep forward fold. You want your chest on top of your thighs. We want to lengthen here. So thinking about the spine, imagining that head coming down towards the toes and the sit bones looking up towards the ceiling. Take opposite elbows. Take a moment to feel the heaviness and length through the spine, and then start to take a sway from side to side in ragdoll. If you need to widen the stance to feel secure, then do. Pause, swap the elbow grip to the weird one. And then stop there, come back to center. From here, start to stack each vertebrae. Really take your time. There is no rush as you come all the way up to standing. Get yourself nice and comfortable in a mountain pose. Bring those big toes together, leave a nice little gap behind the heels if you feel comfortable to do so. I'm going to stand up nice and tall, tuck under the tailbone, bring the shoulders up towards the ears and then plant them back down. We're going to have the palms facing forward. I'm going to take a moment here. Take an inhale, lift the arms high, reach up. Take an exhale, take a forward fold. From here, hinge from the hips. Take the hands to the shins, lengthen, take a half lift, send the bottom back. Imagine that tray of drinks on the spine. Really think about opening through the shoulders. Take a forward fold again. From here, we're going to take that right hand down. We're going to start to bend through the right knee, straighten through the left and bring the left arm up towards the ceiling. If you need to use a block here to bring the floor to you, then do that. If it feels good, then you can take that left arm all the way behind you to touch the top of that right thigh and roll that left shoulder back. Okay, releasing that left hand if that's where it is, coming back to center, take a forward fold. Coming up nice and slowly, stacking each vertebrae. Find your mountain pose, standing nice and tall, roll those shoulders up towards the ears, back down again. Take an inhale, lift the arms and the gaze above the head. Exhale, take a fold from the hips. Forward fold, take a bend into the knees if it feels comfortable. I always prefer that. Take a half lift, hands to shins. Allow the openness through the chest. Imagine that tray of drinks as you draw the gaze towards the top of the mat, lengthen through the spine. Take a forward fold, back to where we started. Left hand is going to stay down. Use a block if you need to. Begin to straighten through the right leg, bend through the left, lift through the right hand. If you're happy here, stay here. If you want to take the gaze towards the top hand, do. If you want to take that right hand all the way around to touch the top of the left thigh, then do that. Lots of options. Okay, coming all the way back round. Let's get rid of that strap for a minute, block for a minute. Coming all the way up to your standing pose, up to your mountain. Okay, from here, let's have a little play around, but we could play around in eagle today. It's always fun. So we're going to use our right leg as our standing leg, nice and strong. Lift up all those 5 toes and then place them down so they're nice and spread. Draw up the kneecap nice and strong through that right leg. From here, we're going to take that left leg over the top of the right. Keep your hands on your hips so you know that they are forward facing. We're going to start to sink down. If you can take the bind with the foot behind the right calf, then do. Start to sink down. Focusing on something that's not moving. Draw the hips level. Take the arms out. I should say as eagle arms, shouldn't I? Take them as cactus arms. From here, let's take the right arm underneath the left and then take the palms together and bring the elbows in line with the knees. If that is too much, take opposite shoulders. You can start to move the elbows forward to find the stretch across the shoulders. Squeeze everything together. Draw the belly in. Whoa, sink a little bit lower. And then release. Release your eagle. This is a beautiful thing. Okay, moving out the legs, finding some fresh release. Okay, so we're going to go again on the other side. So left leg is your standing leg. Lift all 5 toes, spread them. That's your base. Focusing in on something that's not moving. Let's lift that right leg, cross it over the top of the left. Squeeze the thighs together. If you want to take the bind, then do. If you want to use a block for some stability, pop it under your right foot. Okay, gosh, that didn't go well, did it? Okay, here we go. You're going to take the arms out. So as we start to sink down, keep their knees in front, then their hips level. Take the arms out as cactus arms. This time round, left arm comes under right. Option to take opposite shoulders or bind through the arms, palms come together. Draw elbows and knees together. Belly comes in. See if we can draw those elbows down so we can gaze past the fingers. Focusing in on something that is not moving. Don't forget to breathe. And then when you're ready, fly that eagle. Lift yourself out of it. Take a moment just to move through the body. Perfect. Okay. From here, because we are moving, we're going to come to a wide stance. We're going to want a wide-legged stance on your mat. Take the feet to parallel to the front of the mat on the short edge. We're going to take a forward fold. So I want you to think about hinging from the hips so that you can send the sit bones towards the back of the room. Lengthen through the spine. Take the gaze to the top of your mat so that your neck is long. Hands can come to the hips. Start to think about breathing as you exhale, take a forward fold. Take the hands down to the mat. Take a breath here. Inhale, take a half lift. Exhale, take a forward fold. From here, let's sink down into the right knee. Bend through that right knee. Take the toes on the left side up towards the ceiling. Those super flexible of you will maybe have your heel down. Mine's nowhere close. Use a block if you want a little bit of stability underneath. From here, right hand can come down. We're going to sweep that left arm over, reaching with the left fingertips, thinking about the left toes up towards the ceiling, opening through the inner left thigh. Okay. Nice deep breath here. Feel the ribs beginning to open. All right, from here, take the left hand down, find the stability. If you need a block on the other side, pass it in that direction. That's where you're going. Take the hands down to the center and lift the bottom back into your wide-legged pose. We're going to take an inhale, take a half lift. Take an exhale, forward fold. Take an inhale, half lift. Then bend into that left knee. Take the toes on the right side up towards the ceiling. Take the block if you need to, underneath that left heel. Sink down, find the openness through the left side. If you're happy, left hand comes down, right arm is going to lift and stretch all the way overhead. Taking the gaze just towards the ceiling if it feels good. And then coming all the way back, removing your block, placing it to wherever is good. not in your way. Hands come down, bring the bottom up. We're goddesses, so that's where we're going next. Take the toes to corners of your mat. So thinking feet at 45 degrees. We want to keep the knees and the ankles in line. Tuck the tailbone under. A little bit like a sumo wrestler as I move around here. Tuck the tailbone under. Open through the knees so we can open through the hips, all right? Take the arms as cactus arms. Look strong and powerful because that is what you are. Okay, we're going to come to the toes on the right side. We're going to take the right elbow down towards the right knee, come back up. Take the heel down. Let's lift on the left side. This time, left elbow comes down towards the left knee and back up, drop the left heel. Take an inhale, squeeze to lift, stretch, 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 and then sink yourself back down nice and low. Let's go one more time. Take an inhale, lift and stretch. As we take an exhale, find your squat. We're going to take the hands down, heel toe those feet in, come down to a squat, whatever it looks like for you. For me, I feel like my hips like a bit of movement. Yours might not. Up to you. Place a block underneath the bottom if it means that you can lengthen through the spine. What we want to do is imagine a long line from the crown of the head to the tailbone. So use a prop to help you get there. Squeeze the hands together. Allow openness through the knees and through the hips. Nothing wrong with using props. Nothing wrong at all, my friends. Take a breath here. Okay, removing the block. Allow the bottom to drop. And we're going to make our way down towards our final Savasana. So if you need to grab a jumper or a blanket at this point, now is a good time to do that. Lengthening out on the mat. Taking feet to opposite corners if it feels good. Hands can go wherever feels comfortable for you. So we're going to finish class today with a body scan. Close off the eyes. Noticing the breath and what is happening there. Maybe counting the breath in and the breath out, whatever's going to work for you. Starting with the feet, as we always do with our connection to the earth. Thinking about the feet, just wiggling the toes and allowing those feet to fall out rather than pointing towards the ceiling. As we travel up through the ankles, backs of the legs, over the knees, hamstrings and quads. Just noticing if at any point anything's gripping there. Maybe the kneecaps are lifting. If they are, really find out why. Make a change. Allow your body to settle. We arrive at the hips now. We carry so much tension here. Take an inhale, nice deep inhale, feel the chest lift. And then as you exhale, send that breath to the hips. Almost feel yourself getting heavier. Let's take another inhale. Chest lifts. As we exhale, send the breath to the hips. Find that heaviness. Sigh it all away. We move up the spine now, all the way up. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Up to the shoulders. Notice where they are. Are they up by the ears? Perhaps you can just move, encourage a little bit of space. We travel down the arms now. Thinking for a moment just what they've done for you today. Taking a moment to appreciate the movement we've had. We get to the fingertips, maybe the fingers are curled in. maybe then not making any alterations that you might need to encourage that heaviness. And we move up the arms to the shoulders once again, and then we arrive at the back of the neck. As we take an inhale, take the journey from the neck all the way up to the crown of the head. We lengthen here. We exhale and sigh it away. Take the journey now down the forehead and between the eyebrows. So noticing where they're sitting. Are they relaxed or are they furrowed? Just encourage that relaxation through the face as we travel over the nose to the mouth, the lips, the tongue maybe rolled back ever so slightly, the teeth parted, maybe the mouth smiled a little bit, knowing you've gifted yourself some time today. And whilst we're here, not a care in the world, focus your attention back to your intention today. Knowing that you've worked hard, you've gifted yourself some time, and that you are powerful. Take a moment here as you take an inhale and then a releasing breath through the mouth as you exhale. We prepare to awaken the body now. Maybe that's just movement through the toes and the fingertips. Taking those breaths in and out. Reaching the arms above the head. Stretching out. Taking those nice deep inhales, feeling the lungs expanding, feeling the ribs opening. And then when you're ready, really slowly beginning to find your way back to an upright position, and I will be there. Well done.